Hello YouTube friends, my name is TeresaLouise. Welcome to my sewing room. I hope everybody is doing lovely today on this beautiful Sunday. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And let's see, today I'm just going to work on some random projects and thought maybe you could join me. Going to try and play a little bit of catch up, so let's see if we have anybody joining us yet. Hi Nancy. Hi Sandra. Hi Brenda. Hello Kim. Hi PB. BP. Yeah. Howdy from sunny Houston, Texas. Awesome. Hi Carrie. Hi Linda. Hello Kay. Hi Dorlin. Hello Paula. Hello again Linda. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that time change. Hi Terry. That time change, that gets to me. I think the spring forward is worse than the fall back, but I slept until 9 o'clock this morning, and then when I got up, realized it was really 10 o'clock. It was like, hi, Stir. And so my day has just, I felt like I've just been behind all day long. You know, I sat and watched Becca, this morning until like 12:30. And I was like, and I still didn't feel like getting up and doing anything. I'm really tired. You know, I thought, Brenda, I thought about doing that today, and maybe I still can. Brenda is working on the Ukraine block from Pat Sloan. Oh, wow. She's going to give it to a co-worker's wife whose family is fleeing to Poland. Oh, my word. Oh, boy, I know. I thought about working on that today, but I'm out of printer ink, and so if I work on it, I'll have to download it onto my computer. So I'm not sure how I would do that, but Terry says she's really tired too. Right, Kay says it'll get her tomorrow when she has to wake up to the alarm. Yeah, I wish they would just quit doing it. Although I do remember walking to school as a kid, and I was glad for the time change because I didn't have to walk in the dark anymore. But I mean, the schools could easily change their time to when school starts, right? Hi, Crafts A Simple Life. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Mary. Yeah, I try to always come on at 2 o'clock. One of these days I'll figure out how to schedule it. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Suburban Hillbilly. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Hi, Patty. Hi, Doreen. How are you doing? Kay's binding quilts today so she can start a new project. Hi, Pat. How are you doing? Okay. Yeah, this, I don't want to get into it too much, but things are crazy in the world right now, I know. And do, I'm like you guys, just keep trying to do my best and say my prayers for everybody and, um, do what we can from here. It's, it's crazy. Mary says, it's Tiffany who messes me up with the time change. I know because, well, for Tiffany, her time never changes, right? So I'm actually glad now because during the winter, she comes on at 4 o'clock my time. But now it's 5 o'clock my time. But her time never changes. And I think her time is always 5 o'clock. Hi, Crystal. Oh, you're one of those people who hide and hide. You're a lurker. That's okay. You can lurk. Let's see. Tracy is cleaning and trying to get some stuff sorted. But I'm on the TV. Oh no. So she won't be chatting much. Well, that's okay. We still know you're there. Has anybody seen Jim in a while? I haven't seen Jim. I hope he's doing okay. Hi Netta, how are you doing? Okay. Listening in the background is awesome. And Kim's still working on altering kids' clothes. I brought up my tea. I have a big cup of tea. So let's be friends. Hi, Shelley. The cup is so big and heavy, I have to use 2 hands. Yeah, so I'm working on, hi Nancy. Nancy's working on enlarging the backing for the As Luck Would Have It. Hi Paula. I always have extra pairs, Paula. Always. Oh, Paula. I'm so sorry to hear that. Definitely, we will pray for you. Definitely. My couple of my aunts and my cousin both had that. They're still here. They're still here. Although they had to make some changes, to the girls. But at least they're still here. Yeah, Cam, I'm wondering that too. What are they wearing formals for? Hi, Del Marie. How are you today? Kathy's working on her Easter quilt. So bright and cheery. Awesome. Hi, Tanny. How are you? Well, I hope we can try to cheer you up and maybe entertain you, Paula, while you're over in the hospital today. Um, June Hanson is in the hospital too. I'm not sure if she got out yet. She was having some heart issues, so she's definitely in my prayers too. That's right, Terry. Fight like a girl. They will be worn for a captain's dinner on their cruise. Oh, so it's like a dance or something. Okay, cool. Yeah, too bad you couldn't go with them, Kim. That sounds like fun. Well, Dora Lynn, I just enjoy the process, I guess. I haven't done any machine. Are you doing machine applique? She says, I'm going to try to applique. It's the first time. Any advice would be good. So, are you machine applique or hand applique? I guess would be my question. I haven't done any machine applique, so my only real advice there would be to read the instructions and have the instruction book next to you and pick an easy first project. If you're hand appliquing, I think hand appliquing is pretty easy. I guess I would decide what look you like to go for, if you want turned edge applique or raw edge applique. And you can do a variety of stitches on that. You don't have to do the blanket stitch. You could do zigzag, even straight. I think it's easier to fuse the pieces down. And I like to use a really soft, lightweight fusible. Because if you use a thicker one, it just makes it too rough and thick on your quilt. And I have a hard time going through it. Like if I wanted to do any free motion quilting on it, the needle doesn't like that glue. So that's why I use a lightweight, or maybe I will even just tack it with a little bit of tacky glue. Those are some of my suggestions. Oh, Patty potted some house plants that we're starting and having to try to clean some, sewing after eating my ramen. Ramen noodles. Crystal says, I decided to change what I shared with you and will share it with you when finished. Oh, okay, Crystal. When I add to my backing, what seam allowance? I use, okay, if I'm sewing two pieces of the same backing together, like I'm not adding any blocks to it or anything like that, then I use a 1/2 inch and I press those seams open. I do. I also make sure that I don't have any selvage in that at all, because you don't want that stiffer fabric in there. But you can press the seams to the side too, whatever you want to do. But if I'm going to sew some blocks, like if I had extra blocks and I was going to sew that into the backing, then I would still use the 1/4 inch. I hope that helps. Okay, Kim's terrified of the water. Yeah, I'm not, I can swim, but I almost drowned and died when I was a kid, about 11 years old, swimming. It was terrible. If it wasn't for my older sister, her name happens to be Tracy, I probably would have died that day, so. And speaking of Tracy, hello, Tracy Albert. How are you today? Hi, Cindy. How are you doing? Yeah, I was hoping I would see June on here today so I find out how she's doing. Okay. Oh, Crystal. Okay, you went 2 blocks in a row instead of on point. Okay. Looking forward to seeing that. Dora Lynn is cutting out a chef and using heat bond to a dish towel, then sewing with decorative stitches. Hi, Vicky. That sounds cool. Hi, Lori. Hi, Tracy Richmond. How are you? I think we got like 3 Tracys here today. Hi, Nat Ali. She's working on a fig tree quilt. Awesome. I'm good. I'm just tired. Hi, Wendy. How are you doing? Oh, I'm glad you're here. I really need to get that big screen up back there so I quit looking down all the time. But there's no way I could read the comments coming up on that little phone. Oh, wait, I can kind of see it. But then I have to go like this, or I have to put my glasses up like that. Oh, June's here. Oh, hey, June, we were just talking about you, honey. Hope you're feeling better and out of the hospital. Kim says her body doesn't float. Oh, gee whiz, she says she couldn't even float with a life jacket. That's not good. Well, if I wouldn't want to go on a boat either. Hi, BJ. I don't know if I missed June's comment or not. I guess she hasn't said anything about it yet. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Says the Charm Pack Challenge is looking good in the back. Yeah, I think I'm done with it. Thank you. Okay, June. I took a cruise to Alaska one time, but I was on a private yacht, which was really cool. Um, some friends of ours had a yacht, and we drove. I happened to be living over by Seattle at the time, and we drove actually up to Canada. And this is back in 1985, and we met up with them, and then they took us out on the yacht. Oh, it was so cool. I loved it. Of course, then they put us to work sanding and stuff on the boat, on the yacht, but that's okay. Hi, Donna. Okay, how many people do I have? Oh, 43. Okay. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this quilt behind me. Um, oh, that's great, BJ. Hi, Joyce. BJ said she received her sew sampler yesterday and she loves it. I've been hearing that a lot lately, so I think I might be glad that I didn't cancel because, I know everybody has their different opinion about fabric and all this, but if you watched my sew sampler for last month, I'm sure you could tell that I wasn't crazy about the items in the box, and that's okay. What that might happen maybe twice a year, maybe. So, I'm okay with that. And I bet you if I took that fabric and I mixed it with some other stuff, it would be fine. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's in this next box. No spoilers though. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. And Crystal says she gets sick on the water, so she's not doing that. Oh, Wendy said she canceled her so sampler. I was thinking about it pretty strongly. And my main reason is I just don't need all those notions most of the time. I never use them. So, um, hi, Dolinda. How are you today? I know this time change. I hate it. So I think the main reason I just keep getting it is because it's one of the least expensive boxes out there. And I really do like most of their patterns that you get. Um, I'm not crazy about the little teeny jelly rolls. That really bothers me. I don't like getting those. I'd rather get some fat quarters or fat eights, or even 2 charm packs would be okay. But that's me. I don't do much with jelly rolls. Oh, the other thing I could do, I guess, with those half jelly rolls is have a scrappy binding. That'd be all right. Hello, my quilt projects. Yeah, I kind of, I think I shocked Becca. I probably shouldn't have done it on her live, but you know, Becca is so giving. She's such a kind person. And I already had it in my mind that whatever project I made for that challenge, I was going to send it to her. And I have a terrible, terrible time keeping secrets, my own secrets, or like a surprise. I just get so excited that I can't I can't keep it a secret. I'm terrible. You should have seen me at Christmas. Even like when I give Christmas presents, I want the person to open it right then, even if it's not Christmas yet, because I'm so excited about the gift that I just want to share it. So it might be a little while before she gets it because I want to do a free motion quilting video when I quilt it for her and all that stuff, but she'll get it. Oh, Judy, don't worry about it. A lot of people put an H in my name. It doesn't bother me. Don't worry about it. But thank you for the apology, but don't be sorry. Because, there are a lot of people with the name Teresa that spell it with a H, so that's okay. No biggie. You're thinking about purchasing a wool mat. I would get the biggest one you can afford. I got one of those little small ones out of the Sew Sampler, and I really wish it was bigger. So I'd like to have like maybe at least a 14 by 14. I think would be a good size. But that's me, I'd like it a little bit bigger. What did you find for me, Heather? I would like to see a picture or something. Heather's been going to the quilt show, lucky girl. Hi Mary. She says her friend wasn't happy with the last box either, and she canceled a while ago. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, maybe it's time to move on. I think I would like to maybe join a fat quarter club thing or something. Oh, I haven't seen that one, Wendy. Let me write that down. I'll have to check that out. Wendy's using her money to join Reb's Fab Stash. I have seen that website before. I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, I'll check that box out. Yeah, Natalie, I agree. I think the value of the Sew Sampler box is there. And I could just sell the stuff on the Sew Sampler sales page, that I belong to, because a lot of people do that. Um, and most of the time, I save this stuff for giveaways and stuff like that. So one of the two. Let me write this down real quick. Yeah, I definitely want to go check that out, Wendy. Thank you. And oh, it's a fat quarter bundle. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Right, that's what I do. I've done two. BJ is when I'm in a swap, then I have extra items that I could use in the swap. Or like you say, gift it to somebody else. Yes, Cindy, I think I am finished. I do want to talk about that in just a second. And the other thing about the notions that were in the box last month, like I have used that calendar. Although I would prefer not to get a calendar out of the Sew Sampler box, um, because I can get free calendars all day long. But I have used that calendar. But that needle holder that looks like lipstick, I cannot get that dang thing open, or I have a really hard time. And I don't know if it's because of my arthritis or what, but that'll go um, in a box. That'll go away somewhere. It'll be given to somebody. Yeah, the honey bun is 2.5 inch strips, but it's like you get half the amount of strips in that roll. So if normally a roll is 42, you're only going to get, 20, 21, sometimes only 18. And, that's just not good. Oh, a honey bun. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'm getting them confused. So there's two different ones. There's the honey bun, and Wendy's saying that's a 1.5 inch strip. I don't have any of those to show. I already got rid of that. Um, so what do they call the half of a jelly roll? Hi, Tiffany. Yeah, I see your message up there, but I couldn't answer you back. I read what part of it says, but Vicky says her daughter can't keep a secret either. My mom and dad learned right off the bat not to say things in front of me that they felt were secrets, because I had no, you know, my mouth did not know, when to stop. I just was excited to be the first one to tell somebody something, I guess. I don't know. I was terrible. I think I'm way behind. Oh, wow, I am way behind. Yeah, what is the 1.5 strips called? If they're in a roll, I think they're called a honey bun. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing? Well, let me grab it. I'll see if it says anything on there. I'll just grab the card from a junior jelly roll. Okay, so Moda Fabrics calls it a junior jelly roll. And that one that we got last month was $22.48, and there was 20 pieces in it. A junior jelly roll. So, you know, I don't know, Riley, Blake might, they all have their own names for things, so. Wendy said she always calls them junior jelly rolls. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Del Marie is working on block number 5 of Stephanie Stitch's Garden Mystery Quilt. Cool. Judy said she didn't have any luck either with the needle holder. I'm really good if you tell me not to tell anybody, you know. I mean, I can keep a secret that way. But you got to tell me. Don't tell anybody. And I'm like, well, I have to tell somebody, so you should know that my husband will probably know. No, seriously, if you tell me not to tell, I don't. Cindy's not a fan of jelly rolls either. She likes fat eggs. Dolinda said she saw someone just pulled it up, that needle minder. Well, I watched some of the some other channels unboxing, and I noticed that they edit their videos, and I could tell that they had edited that part where they were struggling with it. So I think everybody had a hard time with it. But maybe it relaxes after a while, you know, I don't know. My quilt project says, if I was a newbie in quilting, the subscription box would be exciting. Exactly. Because you're getting a little bit of everything. And but now I think I've been getting it for a little over 2 years. And maybe I've just kind of grown out of it. But I just like getting presents. And even though I'm paying for that box, I still I still feel like I'm getting a present every month. Hi, Nana. How are you doing? Doing Swedish weaving and watching. Awesome. How are you feeling, Joyce? Are you feeling any better? I think I saw earlier that you weren't feeling too good. Hi, Diane. I don't think I said hi to you yet. I'm just going to kind of cruise through. Hi, Lori. And see if I've missed anybody. I think that I like the idea of having a little needle holder. Like I could use that in my cross stitch and throw it in my bag and not worry about it. Although I have a fabric needle holder already, but I could like put extra needles in there. So I like the idea of it. I'm just not crazy about that one in particular, you know. Lori said she tossed it. I put it in my box of giveaways. Oh, really, Heather? I don't have Instagram. I guess I should do the Instagram thing, but I feel like that's another rabbit hole. I guess I'm going to have to go watch. Oh, I watched that Yvette's latest box opening too on Stephanie's, and I'm kind of bummed too I didn't get it. That's okay, Paula. We all got to step away once in a while. Okay, I'm going to just run back down to the bottom here. Let's see. Stitch On in Lawrence has a Fat Quarter Club every year. They have Facebook Lives every Monday and Thursday mornings at 11 Central. Might check them out. They are a mother and daughter. Oh, cool. Stitch On. Okay, I'll write that down. Yeah, I do that every night, Joyce. If I don't take a muscle relaxer, oh boy, I just can't sleep. I'm like the princess in the pea. I can feel everything. BJ said I used my thumbnail to hold down the metal part and then pulled it open. That's what I had to do, was get my thumbnail in there. Hi, Woolly Girl. How are you doing? It wouldn't let you put it on Facebook? Well, that's a bummer. Oh, wow. GE Designs Color Club. I get 5 half yards a month. But isn't her fabric kind of more modern? I'll check it out though. I do subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. GE. Terry said she uses that story all the time. I'm the princess and a pea. It's terrible. Yeah, that's what it feels like when I lay down. Sometimes, especially if my fibromyalgia is acting up, I can just feel everything. So, yeah, the muscle relaxers have really helped. Okay, so if I missed a question or a comment that you wanted me to see, maybe try putting it in there again, and I'll see if I can. You hate taking them? Oh, I don't. I hate not taking it. I don't take them during the day unless I'm really bad pain-wise, but otherwise they just kind of make me too tired. I know, Natalie, me too. There's a lot of unboxings out there. It's crazy. And I only started doing them because I didn't really have any other channel content at the time. That was when I first started doing YouTubes, and it was something I was getting anyway. I didn't buy it just to do videos, you know what I mean? It's just something I wanted to share. And I don't, the other thing is, um, because I buy that box myself, I don't want my video to sound like I'm doing a commercial for them. I mean, they're not paying me, to review that box or, any of the items I get. So, in fact, I would rather that I do buy the item myself. That way I feel like I get you're going to get my real opinion about what's in there, And so anyway, I don't want my video to sound like you're listening to a commercial. You know what I mean? I still want it to be fun and all that stuff. Hello, 100 proof quilter. How you doing today? Did I? Yes, I haven't responded to it. Any emails lately. I've kind of been off on that, doing some other things, but I will go check, Lisa. Thank you. Hi, Barb. How you doing? Oh, and the other thing I thought was really cool was if you were watching So Yeah last night, and somebody, I can't remember who it was, did a shout out for Tucker, and then thanks for Tucker's, somebody's going to have to help me. Tucker's Quilting and I can't remember it now. Somebody help me in the comments. Anyway, he was really close to 1,000 subscribers, and because of that shout out, he's now over 1,000, and plus a bunch of people donated money um, to So Yeah to purchase fabric for him. So that was awesome. So Brent, back from camping. That's awesome. That was a pretty cool little setup you had. Thank you, Woolly Girl. She said that's a pretty quilt behind you. Tucker's Sewing and Quilting. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Tiffany. It just, I knew what it was. It just went, sometimes words do that. Wow, he probably passed me. But it was wonderful. It wasn't that wonderful? Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Okay. Oh, thank you, Kay. Tucker is a young man around 16 who has a long arm, and he does beautiful free motion quilting. Um, I can't remember how long ago he started quilting, but I want to say, or even piecing quilts, maybe 6 years ago. Um, and then because of the cost to have your quilts quilted, he just did it on his own. And I think he had the same machine as me, the brothers PQ15SL, and so he did all his free motion on that. And then he got, then I think he got the Qnique for a while, and now he has the big, well, but he's been sewing and making quilts longer, and doing free motion on his brothers longer, I think. So anyway, he does amazing work regardless of when he started. He does really awesome free motion quilting, and it's something that he really loves. So there's that too. Right. I think that's what I remember too, Tracy, that he was pretty young when he started sewing with his grandmother. So anyway, that's kind of the story about him. You can go check out his channel if you would like, and Kay put that in, so you could click on that, go over, subscribe, and then come on back. I don't know why he doesn't, I don't think he does need fabric donated to him. It was just people, I think so, yeah, it said something about they would send him something, and then it just kind of went out of kind of crazy. Let's see, I think, yeah, he has a gamma now, yep, which would be awesome. I would love to have a gamma. Anyway, so let's talk. How many people? Oh, wow. I have 71 people here. Awesome. Thank you. Let me just say thank you for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for all the support that all of you give me. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, or you think you are, double check. Because for some reason YouTube likes to decide who you can subscribe to, and they also change your little bell thing once in a while, so check that too. Make sure you're getting all, click all, and you'll get all of the notifications. I also have a Facebook group. It's I Quilt Too with TeresaLouise, and you can find that in the comment box or the description box below the video. Just be sure and answer all the questions. There's only 2, super easy. Well, thank you, Diane. I appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes. Okay. So the Charm Pack Challenge quilt, which is behind me, I just wanted to tell you real quick, if I can talk. BJ says, my quilt reminds her of a ground cover quilt. It's beautiful. Thank you. Oh, Brenda said, so yeah, is going to send Tucker something for a giveaway to his subscribers. Oh, cool. You did? Oh, yeah, right. Teresa, Kay and I got unfriended somehow last week, but that was on Facebook. Thank you, Tiffany. Let's see if I can pin that. Yeah, I'll pin that to the top. Thank you. Okay. So, I started out the contest or challenge, it wasn't really a contest. The challenge was one charm pack and 2 1-yard cuts of fabric. And so I started out with one charm pack, 1 yard of background fabric, and then 1 yard of contrasting fabric for the borders and cornerstones. So I just wanted to show you what I had left first off. And I have 4 charm squares left out of this. Now, let me tell you that because I didn't finish this quilt during the live, I decided to expand it, and I actually used 2 charm packs and but the same amount of yardage, so 2 yards of fabric. I took out the white charm squares because they wouldn't, that wouldn't show up. I could have used them as background, which I would have if I would have had to cut any more. So this is what I have left in my border, and so I could probably use either one of these. I might have enough to do the binding, but I was also thinking like I could do a binding blue in the blue sections and then go white in the other sections. I don't know, maybe. I like to try to use up all the fabric in one project. So here's my question. I took this quilt downstairs and showed it to my husband, and he asked me if I was going to put another border around it, and I said no, I hadn't planned on it. So I want to know your opinion. Do you think I should do another blue border around it, maybe like a 2.5 inch, or leave it the way it is? I kind of like this border like that, and down there in that corner, I think it kind of gives it a different kind of look, but I don't think it needs to be any bigger. Oh, so let me tell you. So I'll let you guys think about that. So if you want to recreate this, I used, okay, it is 63.5 by 63.5 right now, which I think is a good size for a lap quilt, couch quilt, and part of a bed quilt. I don't know, depends on how much it shrinks. But so 63.5 by 63.5. I had 80 5.5 inch squares from the charm packs. I had 81 2.5 inch squares contrast fabric for the cornerstones. So that would have been the cut out of this blue that I also used in the border. Then for the sashing, I had 171 2.5 by 5 background for the sashing. 171. And then for these borders here, for the blue borders, there, and there, one of them, that one on the top, was 5 inches by 30 and 1/7/8 or 7/8. That's hard to say. The other one was 5 by 38 inches. Another one was 5 by 26 and 3/8. And then the other one was 5 by 37 and a half. So that, and I just wrote that down. I can put this, if anybody is interested, I could put this in the description box later after the video, and maybe also on Facebook. But that's, or you can take a picture. So that's what I used, and like I said, you know, I didn't have very much left, which I think that is great because I can still use that for binding. And I wouldn't sew that much into the back, you know. Okay, so let's see what everybody thinks about that. I saw that, Joyce. She said, so Becca started the cord server thing. Yeah, Kay was trying to help me out with that earlier. So we were getting no, no, no. I like it the way it is. I love it. Like it the way it is. It's pretty the way it is. I don't think it needs it. I think I'm probably going to bind it with the blue. I think that would be all right. But like I said, I might do like blue where the blue is and then white. I don't know. I'm not completely 100% sure on that. Okay, well that's what okay, that's kind of what I was feeling, leave it the way it is. I think it's visually interesting too. Now, I did make a mistake when I was making this, but because I'll tell you what it is. So if you plan on making this quilt, you might want to change it up. So let me tell you what the mistake was. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-inch squares on top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but over here I have 4 and 4 on the bottom, and what I had planned on doing was 5 and then 5 on the bottom with 4 and 4 on the side, but it didn't work out that way. I must have forgot when I put the borders on, so I think it's fine. The other thing that kind of changed was I didn't have enough yellow. So, you know, I put all the colors in a row, you know, on, right? But when I got to this border, I didn't have enough the different colors to keep that going. But I don't think it matters all that much. I still think it looks good. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing? Oh, wow. Okay, Judy, bye. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Laura. Oh, cool. All right, well, I'll just say I intended to do it that way. I think it turned out to be a happy design choice. That's what I'll call it. Thanks, Laura. All right, so let's see what else. The next thing, thank you for all your opinions on that. I appreciate it. Okay, Kathy. Let me roll up here real quick and just see if there's something I need to. Oh, I know. I'm just letting you know I'm not disappointed in how it turned out at all. I love it. But I'm letting you know what happened. So, things sometimes just change. And we have to decide if we can live with how it changed or if we want to fix it. Well, I can live with the way it changed because I still like it, you know. And I'm not going to pick all that out to fix it. So, Tracy, what do you mean, FYI, you're always invisible? Was there something, was there something I missed? Type it again, or I'll look back and see. Oh, Tracy said, okay. For those of you who have Discord and want to add me. Okay, Tracy, I'll write it down. I don't know how to do any of that yet, so. But I wrote it down. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have said I made a mistake, but it it turns into a design choice, which I think works out. Well, I like to admit my design choices or, mistakes on these YouTube. I want to share that with you so that you know that, um, you know, things happen, things change. Um, Sometimes that little piece in your block that you're making gets turned around, and so you have to make the choice whether to leave it in there or not. And we all go through that, all of us. So that's why I tell you. I think the cornerstones, I really like the look. Like, if I wouldn't have put the 5-inch squares in the border, then that quilt would have floated with the way the cornerstones were. So I think that's a really cool look too. So. Hi Shirley, how are you doing? Well, when I was trying to get on Becca's new server thing this morning, I had just woke up, and so I was like, I could not even think. And then it wanted me to download some app, and I'm like, what? Am I doing this right? I shouldn't have to download an app, but I guess you have to for everything. Bye, June. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you leave. Once I go to Discord, you don't want to go back? Really? Huh. Well, I'm going to have to check it out. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom. Okay, I will. When I get off of here today, I'll definitely download it, Nat. Lisa was window shopping on Jordan Fabric site and saw some fabulous prints for a temperature quilt. Awesome. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing? Right. You can go if you're on your laptop, Terry. She said from your browser on your laptop, you can go straight there. You don't have to download anything. But I'm probably going to want to do it from my, you know, phone. I'll probably, if I use the laptop, then I can use the browser. But most things I do on here. It's like chat and Zoom together. Okay. Okay, Dawn. She's working on her Mad Hatter. Hello, Memroz of a long-armed quilter. How are you doing today? Oh, thank you, Mary. Mary says, my room is so happy. I do love my room. I feel very grateful. And my dog is laying down here napping. Tracy said, Discord is kind of like Skype, but you use less resources on your device and video is so much clearer. Really? Huh. Well, I'm definitely going to have to check it out. Thank you, Kay. Kay likes the quilt this way. That's okay, Kathy. You can take a phone call. And it's much easier than Skype. Hello, Susan. Sorry I missed you earlier. Okay. I think there it's back. I was waiting. Okay. We might have to get Becca to do a video to walk us through it and how it works. That would be good. Or Kay can help me. Oh, I did want to come talk to you, but I was watching Becca and I was so groggy this morning. I just could not figure out, you know, don't don't do technology well at all in the morning. Hi, Mike. How are you doing? Thank you. Okay, Joyce. Right. You can also video chat with up to 25 people. Let's see. not sure how to pronounce your name. Damail, Mila. She said it's first time here. Great, awesome. So happy to have you. I'm going to use the leftovers for the binding. I think I have enough leftovers to do the binding. So plus I have some other white binding already cut, so I don't know. I'll have to look and see if the white looks good up there. Might be too, bright, starking. Well, let's just give him a chance. I think it's the day to give chances. I think Mike is new here too. Okay, the Mali. Damali. Let me write it down. D-A Mali. Damali. Thank you. I hope I said it right that time. I know, that's what I'm thinking. To split the white and the blue. But that's gonna, it's gonna take some thought. I am too. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cut up some fabric while we're chatting. Okay, I'm gonna let you pick. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Oh boy. I probably should take a little break. How many people we got? 67. We can either cut up some fabric. I got some more of my block of the month in that I need to cut. Or we can go over to the art quilt and I can work on that for a while. Or if you have another idea, let me know. So, I don't know if I showed you, I probably did, last month's block. Oh, I know I did. It's the great big one. That's the center one. This one. I'm pretty sure I showed that to you already. Linda's leaving. Bye, Linda. So, I think that was week 5. I can't wait to get that one done, I'll tell you what. I know Cookie is really looking good. That's the art quilt. I was really getting into it yesterday. Made a whole bunch of changes to the eye, around the eye, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. Have a good day, Linda. Yeah, it is a big block. It goes right in the middle. So this is the next block. That one's really big too. This is called Summer Song Block of the Month, and this block is called Twinkle Star Block. And it is 22.5 by 22.5. The quilt finishes at 90 by 90. And so I need to cut that one up so I can work on that. Yeah, the eyes are looking awesome, I think. So this is the fabric. Comes with it. Very bright and pretty. This isn't fabric that I typically gravitate towards. But when I saw the quilt hanging up at the quilt shop, I was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And it's so bright and cheery. This is with my local quilt shop, and unfortunately, she doesn't have any more because it's so late, but it's called Your Best Friend's Quilt Shop. Somebody said, yes, Mike, exactly, Easter colors. Awesome. That's exactly right. So it's going to be very pretty. And this picture is not very good, but this is what the quilt looks like when it's all laid out. That's kind of how it'll be set up. But yeah, the colors are very... I'll hold this one up. Very bright and pretty. So, block 6 is the one that is next. And so I can get that cut up and ready to go. And then the other one that I'm doing, the same quilt shop, and it's called Farmhouse Fancy, and it uses all like 30s fabric. I do have this block ready to go, and it's a really pretty flower block, and definitely Easter. There. So I could sew on that one, actually. That'd be a fun thing to do. This was month 4. And then the one I got in the mail says month 6. So I'm going to have to go through those and see if this is the next block. I'm going to have to look through those and see. I guess I better check the other quilt too. Let's see. So far with Farmhouse Fancy, look at all that leftover fabric. Tons of it. So that's going to be kind of cool. I bet I can make another quilt out of that. Sorry about the paper, you guys. Okay, I'm going to look through here real quick. There's 2. Block 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they did it. They didn't send me 5, they sent me 6 instead of 5. So I'm going to have to get a hold of them. because I don't have block 5. Interesting. They do have a new person sending these out, so that might be why things got mixed up. Well, that's a bummer. And yeah, that's a bummer. But it's hopefully easy to fix. Hopefully they didn't send my number 5 to somebody else. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Kim. Let's see. Okay, Easter colors. Hello, Mellister. How are you doing? You're not late. Oh, I didn't know that, Courtney. Sorry. I should make sure I'm facing the camera when I'm talking. My mom was deaf in one ear, so we used to play all kinds of tricks on her. I hate it when the ringing in your ears is terrible. Oh, wow, Courtney. 2 years old? Yeah, don't let that go too long, Courtney. Oh, I like butterflies too. I know Tiffany loves butterflies. Stir says, feel so at home watching Teresa just now. I'm always rattling around my sewing stuff looking for something I had in my hand 2 minutes ago. Thank you. Your molester is sewing along with everybody today. Great. Yeah, Mike, what kind of sewing do you do? You quilt? Yeah, I think after the live video downloads and after about 24 hours, then they'll attach a chat or the words down below, but it takes a little while. I don't know why they can't do that at the time. Missouri Star Quilt has a nice pattern called butterfly house. Last year I didn't have hardly any ringing in my ears, but then I started listening to audiobooks and I had the earbuds in all the time, and I think that has caused some ringing. So now at night I have to leave like a book, something on, some sort of noise, so I can't hear the darn ringing in my ears. Tiffany's back. Okay, so nobody said what you wanted to do. Melissa is playing with the double wedding ring slit ruler. Hi, Anne, watching from Virginia. Why do you faint so much? Who are you asking, Mary? Okay, down to the bottom. Oh, cross stitch. Okay, let's do that, Natalie. That's a great idea. Let's see, what do I have? You know, I thought about that last weekend. Like, I'm thinking about doing cross stitch on Thursdays. Come on, do a live on Thursday for cross stitch. What do you guys think? I'm going to move all that over there because that's stuff I really got to think about. Okay, I have a few of them up here. I haven't worked on this one in a long time, but I need the book. This one. Anne is loading a quilt on her long arm. Donna said I should cut my fabric. Yeah, I should, but I think I want to sort out that missing block first before I do it, because if they gave me the wrong paper, like gave me month 6 when the fabric's all cut for month 5, I don't really want to cut it. So I think I'll wait till tomorrow so I can call them and find out what's what. Ooh, Kim just got a glass of wine. Anne has been embroidering all day long. Okay, Paula, see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping in. Natalie's going to do some stitching also. That's why she wants me to cross stitch. Okay. Yeah, I think the book for this one is downstairs. See what I have. I think these are all the book. Oh, here's, okay, I can work on this one. A friend, one of you, sent me this book. I think it was Carolyn. I don't think she's here. And I'm doing the cat here on the laundry basket. haven't worked on this in a long time. Here's the project bag for it. Love this fabric. Isn't that cute? So whimsical. And here is the floss wallet. Yeah, well, I should have a glass too. Not much going on Thursdays. Go for it. Okay. Natalie says, yeah, cross stitch on Thursday. Okay, awesome. So we got some people who want to do cross stitch on Thursdays. Here's the inside. And then, so all of these I have in the little bobbins already. And then here's the place where I can keep my needles and then the rolled up pieces of thread. Tiffany's cutting pieces for today's project. I love the samplers, for sure. Those are my favorite. Well, Tiffany, I hope you don't overdo it. The only problem is I need my other glasses. I'll point this down. Lisa's cleaning up glitter. Oh my God. Oh no. That's not a good mess to have. Tiffany will be on at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So she has a little while to go yet. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Diane. Oh yeah, I love the fabric too. Okay. I'm just trying to catch up here. See who's talking to me directly. Tiffany said she should be fine. Okay. I just don't want you over to do it, honey. I'm not sure what time I would come on. Probably around 2 o'clock. That's, 1 or 2, maybe noon. Let me get my calendar book. Does anybody else come on Thursday? You put the bumpy side down. At least I... Geez, I don't remember now. I don't think it matters all that much unless you're doing it on the long arm. And then I think Maybe Tiffany can answer that question. Well, she usually uses mostly polyester. Okay, Tiffany. Well, you know, we all worry about you. Gosh, I'm trying to remember now about the batting and the bumps. Yeah, there's really not anybody else on Thursdays. So this little calendar book that we got in the Sew Sampler deal, I decided to use it for everybody's lives, so I can keep track of who's on when. And I don't really see anybody on live on Thursdays. So maybe anytime between noon and 2 o'clock. Hi, Scott. Yeah, be sure and subscribe to Tiffany's Quilting Life. She put her channel in. Thank you, Tiffany. Thursday is good. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Anne. I knew somebody. I thought it was down. I think I said down, but so Anne says on a long arm, the bumpy side of your batting goes down. So you know, down, and then put your quilt top on top of that. Okay, 100 Proof Quilter says she plans on Thursday nights, but that won't get in. Yeah, we should have any conflict with that. Okay. I don't know. That's what I was asking. I think in any time for me, like 12, between 12 and 2 o'clock to start is okay. So that would be 3 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, that's true. Okay. I think we got to answer, Tiffany. When you're putting your batting down, and the batting has the little bumps on the one side, do you put them down or up? Okay, Melissa is thinking about doing 11 on Thursday, but she's Eastern. Oh, so that would be really early for me. So that'd be like 8 o'clock. I might be up. Yeah, bumps down. Thank you. Yeah, it's down. Whew, thank you guys for helping me remember. Okay, so and next Thursday is St. Patty's Day. Natalie, doesn't matter to you? Okay, so let me put these away. I should have brought some snacks up. I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, what Tiffany said. Move that over there. I extra pair of glasses up here. I need my better glasses. That can go over there. Otherwise, I'm not... Oh, I need my project too. I haven't worked on this one for a while, but this is how much I've gotten done. Okay, Natalie. Yeah, bumps down. Ooh, apple caramel cake. That sounds good. So I kind of did the border so I would know that this, I did the border first so I would know this piece was the right size. Same with domestic quilting. Thanks, Lynn. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yes, this is Ada, and this happens to be 18 count, I think. 16 or 18. Looks kind of like 18. It's pretty small. And it's an off-white. Okay, let's see. And I'm doing 2/1. And now I have to figure out where I'm at. I mean, this pattern is crazy. Look how tiny that is. Tiny. Okay, Shirley, take care. I need to take a quick break, you guys. So I don't have the little thing where it says, pops up and says, I'll be right back. But I'll be right back. So you guys visit. I need to see the girls' room real quick. I'm back. I might not be able to do this cross stitch. I don't have my other glasses up here. Lynn says she only uses 14 count. I like 16 count, but I'm having a hard time finding 16. Cross stitch, I think it's pretty easy. It's the counted, keeping track of where you are that Yeah, that would be a good idea. Enlarge the pattern. That would be helpful because I have to wear 2 pairs of glasses. It is a good time to do a thumbs up. Thank you, Kay. Hi, Eva. She always makes a copy of the pattern and then marks it off as she goes. That's another good idea. Unfortunately, I'm out of printer ink. So I did mark it with a post-it note that happens to still be there. I haven't been cross-stitching very long. Thank you, Melissa. I think cross stitch is relaxing too. I like to do it in the evenings when I'm just sitting downstairs watching TV. Yeah, and I love watching FlossTube. What is the chicken scratch? I don't know. I don't want to damage the pattern because I might want to give this to somebody else at some time. So making a copy of the pattern and then being able to mark it off would probably be a good thing. Yeah, the smaller the count, the smaller of the end project. Melissa, just do whatever time you want and don't worry about everybody else. I know you want people to be there. There's that. Um, but you can't always worry about it all the time either. Maybe Kathy should give you one of her days. I know, I need the magnifiers to attach to my glasses. Natalie loves linen. I haven't even tried linen yet. Melissa likes cross stitch but on gingham fabric. Okay. Why do cross stitchers always post FlossTubes numbers? I don't know why they put the number on there, but I guess they want you to know what episode it is. I agree with Tiffany about the lives. The higher the count of the fabric, the smaller the project. They title it FlossTube so you can find it easily. Oh, that's a good idea, Tracy. She said you could cover the pattern with plastic and use a dry erase marker to mark it off. That might work. I do have that magnifier thing, goes around your neck, and you know, but the light on it's pretty bright, probably blast you out of here. Linen 1/2, 36 count. Nice. Craft a Simple Life. I've decided on Mondays at 11 Eastern when I'm up for it on stream. Okay. That'd be 8 o'clock for me. That's a good time when I'm having my coffee. I should use a 14 count. Yeah, 40 count linen would be way too small. It does work. You've done it before, Tracy? I'm sure it does. Ooh, that sounds good, Kim. Ravioli and garlic bread. Oh, that's a good idea. Friction, highlighters, and iron off. Right, Dolinda. I could use the vinyl like I showed on my practice. Or I could use the vinyl sheet protectors, maybe. The page would fit in there. I know people always got to start talking about food, and all I had to say is I'm hungry. I should have brought snacks up, and then pulled pork. That sounds good too. Okay, let's see where I'm at. I don't think this is going to work. It helps a little bit. I should just take you over to the art quilt and go do that. Because, let's see. I need to refigure out where I was. I should have marked this better. There are large portfolios that you can buy that have big pages. I have a couple of those for my cross stitch patterns. Okay. Kimberly wants to finish her wine first. Ooh, tacos sound good. Or nacho with the stuff on it. Nachos? That sounds good too. Whoops. Okay, Diane subscribed. Melissa. Natalie, you're so funny. More quilters need to drink. Maybe they would lighten up. That's for sure. Speaking of topics, a topic came up the other day on one of the quilting channels I watch, and as soon as I say it, you'll probably know who it is. And they were talking about using sheets for your backing. And so the question is, can you use sheets for the back of your quilts? And my first thought is you can use whatever the heck you want. It's your quilt. Do what you want. That's number one. You can use whatever you want. Back, 100+ years ago, they used all that stuff. They cut up shirts, clothes, pants, dresses, everything for their quilts. So, you don't have to buy quilt quality fabric that they've now come out with just to sucker quilters into, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. So I say, it's your quilt. If you have a beautiful shirt that you love, and you would love to see it in a quilt, but you don't want to wear it anymore, cut it up, use it. There's nothing wrong with that. And as far as sheets go, I would say yes, I have used sheets for the back of my quilts. There's nothing wrong with that. If I can find brand new sheets at like Goodwill or something like that, I'll buy them. I do try to make sure that the fabric I'm using on the back and fabric I'm using on the top is compatible, or maybe the same weight of fabric, because I kind of want everything to shrink about the same rate. However, that said, things are going to shrink differently anyway because you have batting in there, and batting shrinks at a different rate than cotton fabric does. So, and you're not going to get around that unless you use polyester. So I don't think, unless I really had to and I had really no other choice, I don't think I would use like a really old sheet, because you don't want it to fall apart faster than the rest of the quilt. I have seen some older quilts that some fabrics fall apart faster than the others do, and that's because it was a different weight of fabric. So I would just keep that in mind. But there is also the like crazy quilts. Those quilts all have different kinds of fabrics in them, not just cotton. So, there's that. So there's no reason that you can't use whatever you want. Also, I don't know her name, but I know I've seen her on YouTube at different quilt shows, and she does all her quilts in polyester. So, and that's quite interesting. I don't think I would want to do a quilt in polyester, not because I don't like polyester. It's just, polyester, stretches different. So mainly I would say it's your quilt. The main thing is for you, for everybody who does any crafting of any kind, is do what brings you joy, or happiness. And if, using all your husband's t-shirts in a quilt brings you joy, then go for it. It's your quilt. Lynn wants to know how long I've been quilting. Well, first of all, let me say I've been sewing since I was allowed to hold a needle. So around 6, 7 years old, I did a lot of hand sewing, mainly making doll clothes and stuff like that, or just doing repairs on clothing. And but I started using a sewing machine maybe around 8 or 9. So quilting, piecing quilts, I would say I started that in around 2013, 14, around there. Um, so a few years. Yeah, feed sacks, exactly. Yeah, Terry uses sheets. One time back in 1980, 82 or so, um, I was renting, my husband and I at the time were renting a little apartment that was attached to my grandmother's house. And we rented that from her for a few years while my husband was going to school. And um, Grandma gave me one of great grandma's old quilts, and I had no idea what to do with it. It needed a bunch of repairs on it. So and I figured I need to protect it right now. So I'll just do a temporary fix, because like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. So I took a sheet that I got from our wedding, and I used it for the back. And then I took a blanket, a soft blanket, thin blanket, and put it over the top. Then I tied it every so, with yarn. And then I sewed the edges around. I didn't even use a binding. I just, hand stitched all the edge all the way around. And that's how I figured I would just protect that quilt for now. And I used it like that for a long, long time. I'm not getting any cross stitch done, but that's okay. Yeah, I know so back in the day, the flower companies figured out that women were using or cutting up fabric or wanted fabric, and so they started putting their flour and maybe sugar, I don't know, but in the sacks that were colored fabric. And so then the women, it was a way to get them to buy their flour, and then the fabric was used for clothes and quilts and whatever they needed, curtains. Sue says old sheets are great. Well, and that's fine. You can use an old sheet. I just wouldn't unless I had to, and only because I don't want the older sheet to wear out faster than the top. But if it's an older sheet that's in good shape, but I would look at it, and make sure it's not have any worn spots. Like fitted sheets, I think would be worse because people are on those on top of them all the time, and so those wear out faster. So I don't think I'd use a fitted sheet, used one. But you can, you know, it's your quilt. Sometimes I think, hi Joyce Baker. Um, I don't think, well, now here's another opinion that is mine. I think when they came out, when the fabric stores started coming out with quilt quality fabric, is when people started to get more picky about the type of fabric they were using. And so I think it just has become popular to say this is quilt quality fabric. You know, um, it's like a phase. I could be wrong, but that's what I've seen because when I used to go to the quilt store, like Joann's and Kmart, whatever, when I was just picking out fabric for um, aprons or curtains or whatever, I didn't pay attention to any of that, who the maker was. I don't even think it was a big deal back then. Um, you just got what you liked. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, what Natalie says. I think there has become a little bit of snobbishness over it, and it shouldn't be that way. It's your art, um, so you should do it how you want. So, Heather said, when I finished my dad's quilt, I was going to try and find a flannel sheet for the back. Yeah, flannel sheets would be awesome. I've used those for sure. The other thing I like about sheets is that, um, they're big. You don't have to piece them together. And they're definitely a lot cheaper than quilt fabric. Yes, that's the other thing. The thread counts are different, so you just have to be aware of that. Um, you could also like pre-wash the the sheet before you quilt it. And that's fine, Melissa. It's your quilt, so I think ooh, frozen strawberry margaritas, that sounds good. Oh, that's a great, Kim. Do what works for you and what makes you happy. Exactly. Yes, exactly, Stir. Good quality muslin was used frequently back in the day. Most of her childhood memories were from that softness. Yep. So I just wanted to comment on that. And I'm really curious. I would love to know if somebody, and I would even like to try this. I'm just gonna like cut up a bunch of clothes, random clothes that match, make a quilt, put it in a quilt show, and use a sheet on the back. And I would like to know if anybody who walks by that quilt can figure out that you used something other than quilt quality fabric. I mean, really? Exactly, Daiwen. And hello, too. Yeah, if you enjoy quilting and your budget doesn't, you can't buy Moda or whatever because of your budget, then buy something else that you like. Don't stop quilting just because you can't buy Riley Blake or Moda or Tula Pink or any of those. I mean, a lot of those I won't buy when they first come out because I don't want to pay $14 a yard. And a lot of the fabric I have over here on my shelf that I first started acquiring is not what they would call quilt quality. It's apron quality. Yeah, I would wash the flannel before you use it for the backing, especially if the top is all cotton. But I did a quilt that was flannel squares on the top and flannel on the back, and I didn't pre-wash any of that, and it was fine. Cake in the oven. Mmm. Right, Mary. You do you. Oh, wow. That's a good idea too, Joyce. Joyce used a sheet on the back and several layers of flannel inside, and it was just as wide as my bed. No extra. Exactly. Good deal. Hi, TC, aka Colleen. How are you doing? Watching on the TV? Yeah, my grandmothers all made quilts out of whatever they had. In fact, I have 3 or 4 quilts in the other room that my husband's um, great great grandmother made. And they all look like, you know, 2030s fabrics. And I bet you they're feed sacks. Brenda said, my mother collected fabric like you collect pennies. She had a sheet, and every scrap got sewn on until she had a finished top. She tied hers as well, also. You think it changed with the popularity of Walmart? Oh, that could be. See how far? Oh boy, I'm way down. Okay, I got to stand up for a minute. My stomach's starting to hurt. Mm. Exactly, Terry. We did the same thing. If the sheet got a hole in it, you sewed it back up or you turned them into pillowcases. Oh, I agree. Um, you can really get caught up in chasing after logos for sure. I agree, Tiffany. That's true, Natalie. Our grandmothers also didn't type on $1,000 smartphones or Facebook, so there's that. Exactly, Sue. Top sheets don't wear out as fast. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that conversation into our group here and just make sure you know that I'm not a fabric snob at all. I do have Moda fabrics. I do have some Tula Pink, but you know, I never buy them at full price. Never. I don't think I have any fabric in my stash that I purchased at full price. I do not like to pay over $6 a yard. Um, if but if I really love it, sometimes I'll pay 7. But and even that feels like it's high to me. So I'm more of a money snob. I want a good deal. I want to love the fabric and I want it to be a good deal. So most of the Tula Pink, like I bought a Tula Pink kit here a while back. I think it was over a year ago. I got it for half off because I waited. And I'm sure waiting, there's a chance you're not going to get it, but I couldn't afford that kit otherwise, and it just happened to get it, and it had most of the fabrics that I loved in it. And I don't like every one of Tula Pink's designs, but there are some of them that I really do like this one. That is just so darn cute. Now, I do like that one. But, like I said, I have a budget too, and I've been collecting this fabric probably since, 2008, around there, mainly to do aprons and different bags and curtains and stuff like that. So that's good, Tracy. Yeah, I have a pile of shirts in the closet that I can't see just throwing away. I don't wear them anymore, but they're perfectly good that I want to cut up for fabric. So if you won, you would have had an invoice this AM. I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, I didn't get an invoice this morning either, but I know for sure they said my name 3 times. So I'm going to have to, I looked in my spam and I didn't find anything. That happened last time to me too, and I had to send them a text message. They usually say your name out loud, Terry, when you win. But send him a email or a text message. I have some of my mom's day dresses, also known as muumuus. So I think they're rayon. And I'd like to make some quilts out of those. And I'm wondering if I should use a stabilizer on them, because those are going to be pretty difficult, I think. Has anybody ever made a quilt out of rayon? If they are rayon, you want a stabilizer. Okay. Hi, Katrina. That's for sure, BJ. Says some quilt shops have to set the tone on the snobbish ways. Ouch, Lynn. $85? That's a lot. You're watching a movie? What you watching, Susan? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're rayon. Featherweight stabilizer. Okay. Or use it, yeah, use it on the backing. Ask Tiffany. I'm still going to have to piece them together for backing, but that would be nice and silky backing. Yeah, rayon is hard to work with. My sister made a pillow out of one of them, or a pillow covering. Well, yeah, I think rayon melts, but I think, can't you turn your iron down really low? Yeah, I think rayon melts. Oh, Stir didn't get an invoice either. Okay. Joyce has made a blouse from rayon. It can be ironed. Use something like P44F or P36F. Okay. Because I think I have SF101. That's all I have. But something lighter would be nice. P44F or P36F. I'm going to come back and look at these notes in a couple of days and go, what does that mean? Oh, she did? Use a press cloth. There is a gal on the Facebook, I think it was Kar, who just got done with like 4 quilts. They're all the same block, but each quilt is a different color. She posted it on our Facebook group. So if you haven't seen that, you should check it out. They are beautiful. She said that one of the blocks is backwards or something, but I can't tell. Interfacing. Okay. Silk setting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what settings I have. Silk and wool. Synthetic. Isn't rayon synthetic? Yeah, that's what I think. SF101 would be too stiff. It is less expensive. How much was it, Brenda? May I ask? If not, that's okay. Well, hi, Gia. How you doing, girl? Oh, 150? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I have to write that down. Marshalls. I need some batting. Bad. Of course, I bought some stuff on So Yeah last night, so that might have to wait. No, I haven't. I haven't eaten. I had a piece of toast for breakfast. Those were really beautiful, weren't they, Laura? Yeah, I didn't. I looked, but I didn't think it was that important. I mean, if I can't see it right off, then I bet you if nobody would have, if she wouldn't have said anything, maybe 1 out of 10 people would have noticed. Yes, rayon is synthetic. $48 for $20. Wow, where did you get that? The PFF4. Hi, Brenda. How you doing? Just back from town, huh? Yellow. Oh, you got Kona cotton from Joann's? I know. Finish my notes. That way it saves on the guessing. Okay. I will put that um, for rayon. Hi, Patricia. It's okay. I'm going to, I've been on for 2.5 hours, so I'm probably going to get going. 30 yards, 108. Oh, wow, 148? Okay. Now I'm spinning again. I think it's because that door's closed. Thinking about moving the internet stuff up here. You're 1 out of 10. Well, that's okay, Nancy, but you don't have to say anything. Just say how pretty it is. Unless they're asking you to look for a mistake, I would never say anything. $30, 108, $148. You'll watch me later? Okay. Yeah, it's my back is starting to get sore. I didn't get any of that cross stitch done. I hope I get a little more done on Thursday, but Thursday when we do cross stitch, I'll pick an easier pattern and be ready. Right? That makes a big difference if you're prepared. But I just enjoy visiting with you guys too, you know. So, and I like to see what's going on in the comments. I usually try to get a bolt of fabric from one of the local quilt shops because they give you a pretty good discount. And that's when I usually pick up discounted fabric most of the times too, because one of them has a pretty good discount section and they're $6.99 a yard. But you get to see the fabric and pick out what you like, you know. And I don't know if you guys can hear the hammer and the drill. My husband's downstairs back doing his leather work. Oh, Fat Quarter Shop does too? Well, I like to look at the background fabric, honestly. And I like to get white on white or cream colors. Although I have been thinking about going out on a ledge and trying something different for the back, like a light green or a blue, a light blue, or maybe even pink. We'll see. Okay. Yep. Tiffany comes on at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So yes, I really enjoyed the chat and spending time with you guys. It was great. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share my video. I am trying to grow the channel, believe it or not. I think I was at 1455 or something like that, so that's good. Um, Also, if you're watching this after the live, be sure and leave me a comment down below. Um, I'd love to hear from you down there. And yeah, I'm going to go kick back, have a little bit of lunch. I think I'm going to have a meatloaf sandwich. That sounds good. All right, you guys. Maybe I'll see you over at Tiffany's at 5 o'clock. So, oh, hey, T from T Quilts. Aw. Yeah, well, I'm just closing up. Thanks so much for stopping in. All right. Darn. Maybe next time. I'm usually always on Sunday at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yep. Blessings, everybody. Take care. And prayers to everyone. And prayers to the world. So, all right. I'm going to go. Go out and do something that you enjoy, okay? And have a wonderful day. Thanks, you guys. Bye.